I miss you too. How you doing? My name is Cynthia. Welcome to Wahala Unwrapped, right here, brought to you by Pros Nigeria. Do not forget to always subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, Instagram. Today is going to be so exciting because ahead of the 2023 general elections, there have been so many controversies, so many conversations, and of course, it's almost looking like one person does not want to have sense. I'll be right back after this break. All right, welcome back. It's still Wahala Unwrapped. I have with me in the studio Baba Ganda Futules. And of course, we're talking about the crisis rocking the PDP situations currently, and of course, the romance between Wike and the two, contending parties. We saw Wike with APC guys. We don't even know what to expect. Then we saw him again with Labour Party man in River State. In fact, he was even assuring him, "Oh, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Welcome."
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know if you're feeling the way I'm feeling, like he's not picking his side. What do you think this romance with Wike is all about? And what do you think is the real issue with Wike exactly?
The real issue is Wike is trying to gain relevance. And then that's how politics is. If you don't talk, they won't really have that relevance for you. But if you talk, they will know that you are a man, and then anything that they will do, they will consult you. And then that's what he's trying to do.
But I don't think it's taking too long. And
No,
he's beginning to do too many things.
No, he's not.
So are there plans, within the PDP to put everything under control?
Yeah, there are plans, because when Atiku visited Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida in Niger State, they actually discussed about the G5 governors. And then they are actually planning on how they will reunite the G5 governors together to come back to the PDP and work for the PDP against the 2023 elections.
That sounds very fishy to me. But don't you think that if they likely come back, someone might just be mole?
No. Sheyi Makinde is actually contesting for the Goba election in 2023.
Yes.
So, and then Wike's one of Wike's ally, Professor Jerry Ghana, his son is actually contesting for House of Reps too in Niger State, and then under the People's Democratic Party. And then likewise, one of this guy, Samuel Otom, his boy is contesting for governor under the People's Democratic Party in Benue State. So they won't leave PDP now.
Talking about Otom, I'm sure you saw that video, that was up when Otom made some statements. It was more like throwing a jab at the PDP.
Yeah. So what Otom did, what Otom did is actually right, because everything that he's Wike's loyalist now. Wike actually made him win the 2019 election. He helps him with the money and everything. So anything that Wike tells him to do, he will do it. He's his loyalist. So all the thing that he did was he was just trying to play along. That's all.
So, but now let's talk about Atiku Abubakar. We have Tinubu, aka the Jacoban. Then we have the Labour Party, Peter Obi, which is the sensational candidate. I want to use the word sensational, right? And then we have Atiku Abubakar, who pride himself as the unifier. Now, conversations are going on online, and people are saying, how much of a unifier is he when his home is not at peace?
Yeah, Atiku is a unifier because since, in 1999, when he was the vice president, all the PDP governors were loyal to Atiku. And then till date, most of them too are loyal to him. And then Atiku is more of a unifier because I feel in the north, we have so many guys that are very loyal to him. And then in like my state in Adamawa State, there was a time we had problem in PDP. It was Atiku that actually unified them. So and then between Atiku and then the G5 governor, that one is not an issue. Because I feel Atiku is actually working on that. So before January 2023, everything is going to be fine.
Some people are threatening that there's going to be a massive defection from the PDP.
Nah, that's not true. You know, in the National Assembly after the primary election in APC, you know, I think more than 50% of the APC senators and reps are not coming back to the house. So and then they have a plan now. In December, there will be massive defection to PDP, not APC, because in the Northwest now, APC have really dealt with the masses there now. So there's no how they will defect to APC again.
Do you see Labour Party as a
No,
bone?
no. Labour Party is not a threat for PDP. You know, Atiku is the best candidate now, and then Peter Obi is a better candidate, and then the worst is Tinubu. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God! So on the scale, we have Atiku, we have Obi, then we have
Tinubu,
the man who is leaving the door.
Yeah.
Oops! 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 Is it oopses? Okay. Now we're going to go on a break. When we come back, we'll talk about something that I will not tell you right now. All right, welcome back. It's still Wahala Unwrapped. My name is Cynthia, and of course, I have Babagana Footbless. All right, so talking about a lot of things. Don't forget you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course Instagram. So back to you. So let's now start with. I want to start with. There's not been much conversation about the qualities of Atiku Abubakar. It's almost like some persons don't know the good things about Atiku Abubakar. Let's just use this few minutes and, soak ourselves into the person of Atiku Abubakar.
Okay. You know, Atiku Abubakar kept running for presidency since he started running for presidency, I think in 1990, and then he kept running to when Obasanjo picked him as his running mate in 1999. And then the reason why Atiku kept running is because I think he has a vision for Nigeria. Yeah, he has so much vision for Nigeria, and then we were able to see a glimpse of it in 1999 to 2007 when he really worked in the area of economy, when he brought about the telecommunication company that boosted our economy at that time. And then he also worked on the area of security too, because President Obasanjo was not in town, was not in the country that time, because he was running helter skelter in the world to cancel our debt and then to bring about our debt reduction at that time.
Sorry, the same debt that somebody has brought back on us.
Yeah, the same debt that APC brought back on us. So Atiku was in charge of everything that time. So and then he was really good in that aspect, the economy and then the security. So and then he brought about job creation too. He really worked with the youth. And then people from Adamawa State can testify. Atiku has I think more than 5 organizations in Adamawa State. He has Faro, the Adamawa Beverages, and then he has AUN. The AUN consists of a university, academy, that's secondary school, and then printing press, and then the hotels. And then he has Rikugado. That one deals with the animal feed. And then he also has Gotel TV. So Atiku has, apart from the state government, he's one of the guy that has most employees working under him.
So why do people not talk about all of this a lot? Because most times when people want to talk about it, they'll say, "Oh, he goes to Dubai. He has houses in Dubai. He bought this car." But for all of these things you've mentioned, why are this information not out there?
Yeah, the reason why the informations are not out there is because Adamawa is in the far north, and then people in Adamawa State are not really broadcasting him that much. So that's why. That's why I feel people that doesn't really know much about what Atiku has done in Adamawa State. I feel in Nigeria, 70% of Atiku's investment are in Adamawa State, in home state.
Okay, so let me put it this way now on the chart. Now we have a person like Atiku working so hard for Adamawa State, and then we have a P2B who they always want to mention P2B. They'll say, "Oh, he worked in Anambra State."
Yeah.
And then we have a Tinubu, which they'll say, "Oh, he brought Lagos State."
Yeah.
So if you want to look at these three states, who do you think, in your assessment, now if you want to put it on the chart, will you say that what Atiku has done in Adamawa State and what he is still doing in Adamawa State, you think that away from press and media, hyping and all, would you say that he has done better than all of these other governors? Or for a person that didn't have, he had the option of not doing anything, would you think that, what would you say about, how would you rate it now?
Atiku has done better for Adamawa State compared to what Tinubu has done for Lagos, because Lagos was the former capital city of Nigeria now.
Mm-hmm.
So Tinubu came and met some of the infrastructures in Lagos. So the only thing that Tinubu did in Lagos, I think, are not, I feel, compared to what Atiku has done for Adamawa State. And then Peter will be, that one is government funds now. So the money is for the people. And then why saving it? There's no need for you to save it now. Do you want to kill them with hunger? Soludo actually said it now. It's the people's money, so give it to them. Why is saving their money?
But you come to think about it, he keeps talking about, I left also thing in the savings. Why saving it? Why you use it to do work? Right?
Yeah, that was what Soludo actually said, I think 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he talked about that when he had Peter Obi had been bragging about him saving money for Anambra State. He left so amount of money in their account, but I feel there's no need for him to leave that money. He will have brought an organization that will actually circulate that money in the state.
Maybe he didn't see a credible organization that will not loot the money.
His predecessor, the former governor that left, Obiano, he squashed the money now. So I feel there's no need for him. There was no need for him to save the money now, because the guy that came in after him squandered the money.
Right?
Yeah, he squandered the money.
That is why it's not good sometimes to leave inheritance.
Yeah.
Chop your inheritance. Buy properties with your inheritance. Do things with because your father might come and spoil what your grandfather has worked for. And your grandfather's legacy would be useless.
Yeah.
Word. Think about it. All right. So let's having known some of the good sides, So what is the feeling in the north, for Atiku? Now there's so much. Some people are saying, "Oh, the north doesn't like Atiku." Oh, because he's not in fact, some people say because he's not a full-time Muslim. I don't know what they mean by that. Some people say, oh, because they not feel that he's sentimental to them. So they feel that his heart is more in the south and other parts of Nigeria. That Atiku, they don't trust Atiku. What's the feeling like in the north for you as a northerner?
Right. The feeling in the north is normal. We are calm. The northerners are calm about Atiku. If you can check the 2019 election, the gap that Buhari passed Atiku with, the margin is very tiny.
Yes.
And then you can imagine, this is someone that the northerners really like. He won the election with a little margin against Atiku. And then bringing Atiku to 2023 now with Tinubu. The northerners are actually calm with Atiku now. They really like Atiku. If you go to the north, this northwest, and then some part of the middle belt, like Nasarawa State and Mina, all those states are PDP states now, and then they are fully in support of Atiku. Likewise, the northwest too, like Zamfara, Katsina, Kano, Sokoto, Jigawa, they're all
You
the
are
full
not
support.
calling it like you read how someone so
Sakwato.
yes.
Yeah, so they are all going for Atiku now.
So okay, let's give your what do you like if you want to give let's say okay, how many percent can you guess? Like you could just say, okay, like how many percent do you think Atiku can get from the east, from the south, from the north?
Not
To give him that win.
that win. Out of 100, let's say 100 in the north. I think we'll get like 60% of the vote in the north. And then in the south.
Don't forget there's a Shetima.
Yeah, I know. I think we'll get 60% of the vote.
So
in
why
the south.
not leave? I mean, Shetima is also a northern and they love Shetima.
The northerners are not going for Tinubu because of Shetima. Yeah, they are not going for Tinubu because of Shetima.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's a speculation going on in the north that it was Shetima that brought Boko Haram. So the northerners are not going for Shetima for Tinubu because of Shetima now. Even in Borno State, I think not all the Borno citizens like Shetima now. Because you know when PDP did their campaign in Borno State last 2 weeks ago, you know the Shetima had to Shetima and his boys had to pay the KK boys not to welcome PDP into the state. And now they paid them 5,000 naira. They hid them behind in a community behind Meduguri. Yeah, just because they don't want them to come and welcome Atiku. And then immediately after the campaign, his boys stoned Atiku's convoy, of which that's not part of democracy. It's not good at all. That's to show you a sign that even in Borno State, the citizens doesn't like Shetima. For him to do that, the people don't like him now. For him to do that. So the northerners are not going to vote for Tinubu because of Shetima.
Oh wow.
And then and APC have failed. They failed the people in the north. For example, Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, Jigawa, and then some part of Kaduna insurgency. It dealt with them.
And they have so many IDPs.
Yeah.
And these IDPs are not even being catered for.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that made their way to Abuja.
Yeah. And then like what actually happened in Jigawa State, flood victims.
Yes.
It displaced I think almost 2,000 or 3,000 households in Jigawa State. And then the guy didn't do anything about it. So I feel PDP are going to win in Jigawa State too. Zamfara, Sokoto, and then most of these northwest states. So it's going to be an easy go for Atiku in the north. So
let's now move to the east, where we have an Obi. You know, Obi was in Bayelsa State doing his campaign, and it's almost like some people, word on the street is saying that that Obaseki is scared, or he's beginning to have a double mind, that it's almost looking like Labour Party will take over, or rather Obi, because Labour Party Obi will take over Bayelsa State, that Obaseki should just stop pretending, you know. But then we can't just sit and watch and just say. We can only do the needful, right? So as a young person, what would you advise other young people? You know, I feel like right now young people are tired of doing matching. You know, they've been matching and matching and matching. Now Sakpa is out there. Everybody trying to save their energy and be safe. So the matchings have reduced. So it's now down to reality and real time campaign for your candidate. What would you say to the young people out there?
What I will tell the young people outside is, if Atiku wins the general election in 2023, he's going to work with the youth. Because in 1999, he contested for the governor of Adamawa State before Obasanjo picked him as his running mate in 1999. And then his running mate in 1999 when he contested for the governor was Boni Haruna. And then Boni Haruna was 41 years old when Atiku picked him as his running mate. So I have a feeling that Atiku is going to work with the youth. Yeah, he's going to work with the youth.
Okay. We just hope and, of course, pray that everything goes as planned. We right here, we're not going to say anything aside from the fact that vote, vote. If you don't, if you're not planning to vote before, plan now, vote, get your PVC, arrange yourself, start keeping energy in advance, stop matching plenty, start keeping energy in advance. So that on that day of the voting, you will not say you're tired because you've been matching. So
Yeah.
vote, cast your vote, and we hope for the best. And may the best man win the election. So that's so much we can take right here on Wahala Unwrapped. My name is Cynthia. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and, of course, follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and, of course, Instagram. Not to forget that we are also on TikTok, sharing all those funny videos and, of course, bringing political conversations in the most fun way possible. And, of course, thank you, Babagana Futulas,
Yeah.
for coming. From me to you, adios, amigos.